Hi guys, my name is Luke Strom, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Fermi paradox. The Fermi paradox is the idea that it's statistically impossible for life to not exist somewhere else in the universe, but at the same time, we've never encountered any. The Fermi paradox is a scientific paradox originally brought forth by philosopher Enrico Fermi, who was thinking about how, for generations, for millennia, we've wondered, is there life outside of our planet? So there's three important parts of the Fermi paradox, which are the numbers, the speculation, and the age of the Earth. And then there's also solutions that have been offered to the Fermi paradox, and we'll go over all of those sections in turn. So first, the numbers. According to NASA, there are 10 to the 22nd power stars. That's a 1 with 21 zeros after it. That's a lot of stars. And 5% of those stars are sun-like, which means there are 500 quintillion suns, and 22% of those suns have Earths. So that leaves us with about 100 quintillion Earths. And according to the blog Wait, But Why, this means that there are approximately 100 Earth-like planets for every grain of sand on the Earth. So, as much as we like to think we're unique, we're really not. Now the next part involves some heavy speculation, but most scientists agree that the numbers here are pretty accurate. So of our 100 quintillion Earth-like planets, let's say 1% of those will develop life, and then 1% of those will develop intelligent life. So we got 0.01% of our 100 quintillion developing intelligent life. These numbers all combined together mean that in the Milky Way alone there should be more than 100,000 intelligent civilizations. And you might be thinking, well, we've only ever made it to the Moon and Mars, why would we know that any of these exist? But you have to consider the age of the Earth. At the oldest estimates, the age of the Earth is about 4.54 billion years old. Now that might seem like a lot, but it's very possible for other planets outside of our solar system to be 2 or even 3 times as old, and we've only developed most of our space travel technology in the last 100 to 200 years. Imagine what another 5 or 6 billion would do. So this leaves us with a question: where is everybody? And there are a number of answers. Firstly, the Great Filter. The idea that there is some evolutionary gap that is incredibly hard to jump, and we're either on the far side of it, being one of the handful of civilizations that have successfully jumped the gap, or we're still have yet to pass it, and we're one of thousands, millions, or even billions of civilizations that are headed straight towards extinction when we hit this filter. I personally prefer the first one, but it's open to interpretation. The next idea is that aliens contacted us before we were here. So that idea of aliens, roaming around with dinosaurs and building the pyramids, yeah, that stuff actually makes up a real scientific theory. You learn something new every day. One of the next ones is that space travel is too primitive. This is my favorite. The idea of an intelligent civilization out there uploading itself to a virtual reality where it doesn't have to need or want and the mortal world seems too primitive. That would be a good reason to not space travel. The next two, the predator and the zoo hypothesis, are pretty similar, but they have a little bit different outcomes. Both of them have an omniscient race that's kind of out roaming the universe looking for things. In the predator hypothesis, they're looking for prey. They're a violent civilization who would kill, enslave, eat, you know the deal. But in the zoo hypothesis, they're more caring. They kind of view us as like a source of entertainment or of learning new things about life. And we kind of function as like a universal zoo. The last one is that we're too primitive to receive contact, that we haven't yet reached that level of intelligence that's required to, join the other intelligent civilizations of the universe. All in all, we've gotten to see the numbers, the speculation, the age of the Earth, and a lot of the solutions to the Fermi paradox. But that's not all of them. There are several more that you could easily find by going online and looking them up, or you can even come up with your own because we know so little about this field of science. So the next time you hear someone talking about aliens or Area 51, you can impress them with your statistical knowledge of the improbable existence of humans being alone in the universe, and maybe even come up with a new solution of your own. Hope you guys had fun. Bye!